through his smartsutra education institution. Let us welcome first speaker. Before that, let me introduce his evaluator, Toastmaster Chaitanya. Kindly explain the objectives.
Toastmaster Srinivas is giving his level 2 project 3 speech. It is introduction to Toastmasters mentoring. The purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring, and the purpose is also for the member to share some aspect of a previous experience as a protégé. So, all the best, Toastmaster Srinivas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
57.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chaitanya. After completing this project, we will be eligible to take mentees. So we are already in lack of mentors now. So let me welcome with huge round of applause Toastmaster Srinivas.
Yes, one transforms to next level only when he surrenders. Namaste to fellow Toastmasters, my name is Srinivas and I am going to share my experience when I was a protégé, when I surrendered myself to my mentor and that transformed my life. And I'll tell you how. The year was 2004 when I joined Polytechnic, with one of the aim being that I wanted to take part in state level sports. The rule said that if you win in college level, you will represent in the state level event. As a school, in my QC, I always used to win medals in shot put, discus and javelin, but it was all school level and inter-school level. But this was the stage where I wanted to just participate and experience. As soon as I joined Polytechnic, I won a medal and I represented my college and I took part in Gulbarga, where a lot of students from Belgavi went there and no one won. But the aim for me was to just participate, and that happened. Next year, the hosts were one of the college of Belgavi, and this time I took part in the event called Javelin Throw, because I had won the distance of 48 meters, and the medal winning throw was around 50 meters. But on the event, I could not even throw 40 meters, and I was again disqualified. So even this year I lost, but I lost in the city of Belgavi, where I am born and brought up. In front of all my friends, I lost. And that made me think that next year I have to win. Because from past 2 years, none of the colleges were winning even one medal from Belgavi. This time, I had a dream of winning a medal at state level. But now I wanted a coach. And I tried to hunt a coach who can hands-on train me to win a medal. 2006 was the year where we did not have YouTube like how we have smartphones today. Today my mentor is my smartphone. That time we wanted someone physically there. For 2 months I was searching for a coach. Somehow I found a coach whose name was Mr. Sunil Nayak, who was an athlete, who was a government coach. And I said, sir, I want to achieve this much meter. It was 30 meters. If I throw 30 meters, I could win a state level medal, and that is very important for me. Then he asked me, yes, please come and throw. Let me see how do you throw. So that time I knew only one technique, that is with my strength. I used to stand, I used to just go ahead and throw. And that day I remember it was around 19 meters. And to win a medal I wanted 30 meters. My best throw in this action was around 23, which was good enough for this city. But for state level, yes, I needed 30. He understood what I am when he called me the next day and he said, Srinivas, you have to run 5 rounds of a stadium, which means 400 meters, 5 rounds. For the first time in my life, I was running 5 rounds. It was too much for me. He made me do this for entire 15 days to 20 days. What happened was, 5 rounds was a workout in my initial days. After 20 to 25 days, it became my warm-up. With time, he asked me to do weightlifting. With weightlifters, he asked me to do weightlifting techniques also. Then with that, he asked me to run 100 meters with 100 meter sprinters also. It was really painful. Most of the time I said I'm quitting, but somehow I surrendered him because I knew that he was a winner when he was very young. His distance was around 40 meters. I just believed that this is going to happen. He never asked me to throw after that 19-meter throw. For at least 2 months I did not even throw. I was just doing all these things. Then a day came, then he asked me to throw with my strength. I started throwing 23, 24 consistently. Then he said that you are improving. Now he asked me to bring a bar which weighed 3 kgs. He asked me to throw. That bar helped me take my hand behind. So that brought more momentum. Then he asked me to do discopratic throw. He marked 4 marks, 1, 2, 3 and 4. He asked me to keep my 3rd step here and the 4th step here, and we get a momentum. This was very tough for me. It took 1 month for me to master this. In fact, I used to do this at my home, on my terrace, in my lunch break, everywhere. I was hungry to throw like that. And I mastered this skill. And that skill, I want to show you how I threw. I have one of the pictures here, luckily. And this is how I used to throw. And that day was my sports meet at my college. I won in such a distance that no one even imagined. I won at the distance of 32 meters, and the second place was 18 meters. So it was like a Hulk. People used to call me Hulk that time. With this, I represented at the state level. And in state level, I did not throw the discopratic throw. I just played safe because my mentor said, first throw, play safe. So I just did the standing technique. And in a normal throw, I threw 30.80 meters. In the first round, I was a leader even in my normal throw. Then I did my discopratic throw. In the second throw, it was a fall. Then I did my 3rd throw, again with the discopratic throw, again it was a fall. You know what? When I was practicing, I was throwing at the best of 35 to 36 meters. It would be a record if I would have thrown that much. But I could not throw that. It's pressure also, I don't know. I ended up winning a bronze medal. And again, I was the single medalist at that year, and somehow I won it. It was an historic thing, historic movement that time, because no one won the medal. It was in the newspaper, and that was a very special medal for me. But if you see, you all can consider him to be a coach, but when I underwent this training of Toastmasters, wherein I understood who is a coach and who is a mentor, he was not a coach for me. He never came along with me for my training. He understood what I need. He understood that I need speed, I need stamina, I need flexibility, I need strength. All that together made me a medalist at the state level. Then I happened to become a trainer also. I was a lecturer, and with that experience, I said to my college that I want to train your students. And first time, Vasantra Padar took part in the state level, and I want to show some medals there. With my experience, I became a trainer there. They all won 11 medals. You can see these are some pictures. And this was more special to me because 11 families were happy because of my surrender in that meet. If I would have not surrendered, I would have not changed. And because of me being a good protégé then, I became a good mentor for these people. Thank you, and over to the Toastmaster.
Well, thank you so much, Toastmaster Srinivas. That was really a training speech. Now, as we had only one speaker for.
When we talk about a story of our mentors, it is always a special story. It is something that is extremely close to our hearts. That is why I always tell people that this specific project in Toastmasters is going to be one of your memorable speeches. Because here you come and share about your life-changing moments. And I'm sure when Toastmaster Srinivas was preparing for his project, he would have enjoyed the preparation as much as the delivery. And because he enjoyed the preparation, when we sat there listening and watching his speech, we also enjoyed it, didn't we? In front of us unfolded the story of Srinivas from an amateur sportsman to becoming a medalist sportsman. It was just like watching a short film or a documentary. He had the emotions, he had the conflict, he had the narration, he had the excitement. He had all the aspects of a spectacular blockbuster story. Well done, Toastmaster Srinivas. You completed your speech objectives perfectly.
Thank you.
You ticked all the boxes which were required, and you excelled at them. The way you narrated your storytelling was fantastic. It was, as I said, you had those moments when you histrionically used the moments and you showed us how it is done. You had edited it with the pictures, so it made sure that for the 7 minutes we were with you. Our attention was on you. That was fantastic. What you need to do and what you should work on a lot more is when you stand, what is your anchor? As speakers, it is extremely important to know our anchor. By anchor, I mean how do we place our feet. The 2 feet that we have are our anchors. It's extremely important to come across as a stable person. When I'm speaking, if my body moves a lot, you will not pay attention to what I'm speaking. So I have to make sure that I'm stable. And that stability comes from my anchor. So Srinivas, I suggest you that you work on your anchoring. Because when you're speaking, you're constantly moving. We want the speaker to move on the stage, always. But we don't want the speaker to move unnecessarily on the stage. That takes out the punch out of it. When you were beginning, you were literally moving, the slight left and right movement. If you want to do movement, either complete it or don't do it. Like the way I started, I was at one place. Don't do this much. This is like you're either in it or you're not in it. That doesn't work. Second thing, you talked about this javelin, discus throws and all of it. You brought us that action and all. I would expect you to come up with a prop. If you had that object with you, that would have taken your speech to the next level. Also, maybe work on your dressing. Because of your current attire, you were kind of limited when you were doing those movements. You want that free-spirited, as you call it, the Hulk. You want to see that unleashed here. That would have been wonderful. So that are my suggestions for you. You did wonderful. Just take care of this.